he poured the popcorn in. And that's when him and Henry looked at each other. And that's when Juan said, let's go sit down and eat our popcorn. And that's when they walked away. And that's Henry. And Juan said, hey Henry, where do you want to sit at? And that's when Henry said that, no. And that's when Henry said, no, you sit in the left. I was sitting in the right. And that's when Juan said, okay. And he said, should watch TV. When he said, let's see what's on TV. And those are commercials. The commercials was saying, you should be at school. He flipped over. And that's when the commercial was saying hot talkies. And he flipped over. Boxing happening now. And that's when you rewind, and that's when it says boxing happening now. It's a boxing live. It's like boxing like happening now, like alive. And he said, that's when he started eating his popcorn. And that's when Henry was a little bit getting excited. Okay, and that's when the people were saying, okay, two boxers is getting ready to go against one another. And that's the referee. Like, I forgot what this is called, but I would say a referee. When it shows like the whistle, like, and those are people. And those are people right there. And that's when he said, they got Jason. And the other person is Ray. He's the smallest one. And he's the biggest one. And the red things means the boxing gloves. And that's when the referee did like this. And that's when he said, one down. And that's when he said, this is getting really hilarious right now. That's when he was saying, bro. And that's when Henry was eating his popcorn. He was getting ready to chew it. That's when he noticed something. He looked over at the corner. And that's when he blinked his eyes. And he said, what? You watching TV? And Henry said, hey, I just saw something. I don't know what it was, but it scared me kinda. And he said, because I saw it over there. And that's their fireplace. And that's when Juan said, stop being just a scary cat. It's probably something watching over us. Ugh. That's when he smiled. And that's when Henry said that. Fine. You don't want to believe me? Don't believe me then. And that's when Juan was eating his popcorn. Furr! The lights went off. And he said, what? The power went off. That's kind of weird. He went outside of the door. He looked it outside. He looked to left and he looked to right. Lights were still on outside. And guys, I know you guys see I didn't do no lights in these houses, but they're still light, but I forgot to do the yellow things as these ones, so those are still light, but I forgot to color them as yellow, but they're still light outside. And that's him, I'm looking, Juan, right there. Yeah, and that's when he looked, and that's the utility pole, and those are the two houses that still had light. And this little thing means trash. That's when he slammed the door. He said, well, seems like many houses have light. I think it's just us again. That's when Henry said, oh, that's not fair. Why is it just always us? It should be them. Cannot stand under that. And that's when Juan said, I guess let's just eat our popcorn until it clicks back on. And he said, oh, what is that? Our TV is slowing down. That's when the TV followed, and that's when he said, oh, hurry up, pick this up, okay? Okay, guys,